Welcome to myprojectprasad.com. Let me discuss about the process general framework to histogram-shifting-based reversible data hiding. Let me discuss about the process general framework to histogram-shifting-based reversible data hiding. So here in this process, the given data has to be embedded in the cover image, and also it has to be retrieved, and the cover image also has to be retrieved with minimum distortion. So for this process, the input image is first initially pre-processed using median filter, and then histogram values were calculated, and then histogram values were replaced. Histogram basically represents the graphical representation of the pixels in the image. It plots the number of pixels for each tonal value. By looking at the histogram for a specific image, we can able to judge the entire tonal distribution. The images was first separated into blocks, and then histogram is generated. Then the data will be embedded in the histogram values of the image. Then the data that has to be hidden into the image is got from the user. Then the pixels in the image were shifted, and the data is embedded using some embedded function. The similar function will be performed in the retrieval. So first the location where the data is hidden is identified, and then after identifying the location, then the data is retrieved from the particular location. So we are embedding and extracting the input data, and also we are getting the cover image with minimum distortion. So we are proving our embedding performance by measuring the compression ratio, and then we are also proving that the resulting cover image is enhanced by calculating the PSNR value. So thus we are performing embedding and extraction, and then we are also calculating the performances in order to prove that the proposed algorithm is better. So we are using histogram shifting for embedding and extracting the messages. Let me see the flow of the process general framework to histogram shifting based reversible data hiding. First, initially the cover image is taken and it is pre-processed. For pre-processing, we are applying median filter. Median filter considers each pixels in the image in turn and look at its neighboring pixels to decide whether or not it is a representative of its surroundings. If the pixel is not the representative of the surrounding, it replaces the pixel in the image with the median of the neighboring values. The median is calculated by first sorting all the pixel values from the surrounding neighborhoods into a numerical order, and then replacing the pixels being considered with the middle pixel value. And then histograms values are calculated. The histograms of the image is a graphical representation of the pixels in the image. It plots the number of pixels for each tonal value. By looking at the histogram for the specific image, a viewer will be able to judge the entire tonal distribution. The images are separated into blocks and the histogram is separated. The data will be embedded in the histogram values of the image. Now for embedding, the data is to hide it in the image escaped from the user. The pixels in the images were shifted and the data is embedded in the block using some embedding functions. Embedding will convert the input data into number and it replaces the block into image pixels within it. After embedding the data where the data is added is mapped, this will help while retrieving the data. Then the data was retrieved along with the cover image. The region where the data is added is to be first identified. Then in the identified region, retrieving function is applied. Retrieving function will reverse the function in the embedding. So retrieving function get the bit plane where the data is added. It transfers the pixels in the bit plane and it replaces the bit pixels using the neighboring values and the data is retrieved. Finally, the cover image is also retrieved with minimum distortion. Then finally, we are calculating the performance by calculating the bits per pixel value, which gives a performance, and also we are calculating the PSNR value, which shows that the retrieved image is also enhanced, not much distorted. So we retrieve the cover image with minimum distortion. Let me see the running procedure of the process general framework to histogram shifting based reversible data hiding. In order to run the code, select the file main.m, which is located in the source code folder. Right click it and click on run file. It will get the guide window. So this contains all the user interfaces required to run the program. So select the input image, any one of the input image which is given in the dataset. So give any one of the input image. Then we apply pre-processing. Then we have to hide some data within the input image. So for that, here enter the text that you want to hide. So I am giving us hide. So now the data is embedded in the image, and the image is displayed here. Now we are going to retrieve the data. So for this when you click on retrieve, so the cover image is retrieved here, and also the text is also retrieved here. And then we are measuring the performance of our process. So for that we are calculating some so for that we are calculating the PSNR value and the bits per pixel. So we are embedding some data, so we are calculating the bits per pixel rate also. So we are calculating those values, and the result is displayed here. So the resulting image is well enhanced. The PSNR value shows that, and also you can give any other image that is given. So like that we can do the process, and we can hide any of the data within the image, and the data will be retrieved correctly, and also the cover image is also retrieved correctly, and the distortions is also minimized like this. Okay, now this is the process. Thank you.